Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 1st to the 15th, 2023 money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps this channel grow and is getting me seen by the YouTube algorithm, so thank you so very much. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Taurus, let's see what our money and career will be like from the 1st to the 15th of June. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. And this is just what we need to be mindful of. Okay, so starting right off the bat, things aren't going to be as balanced financially as we want them to be. It can be that, money is going out faster than it's coming in. It can also be that, we kind of have to be on people to pay certain things or mind the budget or however that works out in your financial world. Know that things are going to be a bit unbalanced or out of balance during this time. It's nothing to be worried about. It really isn't. We're not here to be fear mongers. We're just here to kind of lay it out. So there's something here where it's like, okay, but we need more money for this. And they're like, but I don't want to give you more money for this. And it's like, well, you need to. And then it's like, oh, okay, fine. But there's really a sense here of like, nobody's going to pay more if you like, if they can get away with paying less, obviously that's what they're going to do. So make sure that the prices are fair and make sure that they're also fair for you, not just to entice people in, but to have you paid, well. So just be aware of that. And if, you're saying, well, I work for somebody and, that really doesn't matter, just be aware that money can be going out, a lot more quickly than it's coming in. So just be mindful about that. Make sure that we kind of look at things and say, okay, is this necessary type of deal? That could be very beneficial. Telling other people about that might be a little bit harder. Let's see what spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Ooh. So we have here rejoice, which was right side up and then came out upside down. So during this time, we will have highs and we will have lows. And this is a time that we need to remember to rejoice, to take pride in ourselves, to go after what we love, what we want, what we desire in our lives, and just make sure that we're rejoicing because raising our own positive energy and being proud of ourselves is going to be such a big thing when people look at us and they're like, well, you're confident in you. And I like that. So then they'll be confident in you. Okay, I just noticed this right here, which I have never actually noticed before, which is hysterical with how long I've been using these cards. I never noticed that he had a pentacle behind his beard. So just know that. Know that somebody does have hidden money somewhere. So that is coming up. So just be aware of this. Let's see what spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading. What's really cool is that you've moved past the student stage during this time, which is a big thing. When we're talking about money, when we're talking about career, you're not seen as like the new kid on the block type of thing, or as this person who doesn't know what the heck they're talking about. So that's going to be really, really good. But we can also have a bit of difficulty during this time asking for help, excuse me, kind of putting out what we want and saying, can I have this? Can I not have this? Like, where do I want to be? We can have a hard time asking questions. So just be aware of this. But we're not seen as that student anymore. We're not seen as somebody who needs to be taught or needs to learn. We're going to be moving into a lot of knowledge and into a lot of surety of our voice. That's going to be a really big thing for us during this time, Taurus, is that we're assured of ourselves. Like there's a sense with the Ace of Swords, God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing us a gift of clarity, of insight, of ideas. They're cutting through a lot of doubts and fears and having us say, this is where I need to be, this is what I want to be, and this is what I desire for myself. So we're making our goals well known to us, but also to others out there. It's like, no, this is what I want, and that's why we're getting things in balance. And that's why Spirit's saying, be mindful of what's out of balance. Because when we start saying what we want, people are going to start haggling, with that. With the Six of Cups reversed, this is crowning everything. We can be moving out of the daydreams of childhood, out of kind of like that childish, I wish I could be this, or I wish I could be that, or I wish it could be this way, or I wish it could be that way. We're becoming much more stabilized in our reality. And that can be disappointing to some of us. But it's also going to be very empowering because it's like, oh, but this is where I stand. And oh, I'm going through these evolutions. And oh, I see this about myself. And there's just going to be a sense of, again, that moving away from like a childishness. And I don't mean to say that we were childish before, and I don't mean that in a bad way either. Like children have this wonderful ability to learn and soak everything up and are inquisitive and ask all these really brilliant questions that sometimes we even forget about. It's like, well, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't you ask that question type of deal? So we're not losing our wonderment, but we're moving out of the sense of it was better when, or I wish it could have been this way. And we're taking things really right now in stride and at face value and really saying to ourselves, all right, this is how I'm moving forward. This is what I'm going after. And that surety in ourselves is really building a lot of confidence. And Taurus, we are fantastic. I mean, if you don't know this about yourself, learn it now. Like, let that be the only thing you take away from this reading is that you're a fantastic manifester, meaning that what you set your mind to, it permeates your whole entire body. It goes deep down into your roots. It's almost like a gong has been rung and it just flows throughout all of you. So here, whatever you're thinking about, positive, negative, however it comes out, permeates through your whole entire body. In Qigong, they say the E controls the Qi, right? And of course, I'm butchering that because I don't know Chinese at all. But the E is our thought, right? And the Qi is our energy. Our thought controls our energy. And I just think that's so brilliant that when we say our mind controls our body, well, now we can see it in Qigong. So here, with the Six of Cups, we're releasing things that it was better when. So it might not even be childish dreams, but it can be hurts and pains from the past that we're like, well, I'm stuck here. I failed here, or things weren't balanced there, and everything wasn't what it should have been. And it's like, okay, cool. I see that. I get that. But that's the past. And I'm absolutely moving forward in power in my present. And that's it. That's all we have to be looking at right now, not the past. I mean, we want to plan for the future, right? Because we all want to have a bright, beautiful future. But we need to be present right now because it is a gift for us. The universe, well, this isn't about going out and, doing all these things in different places and different this and different that. This is very much about, I'm here now. I'm right here. So we can feel our world getting a little bit smaller. We can be like, oh my gosh, I'm only working on this one thing, or I'm only doing this, or it's only about, tidying this up or getting this done. And yeah, it can be. But we're going to find that we become really, really, really good at that. And then we can move on to something else. But this is going to be a time from the 1st to the 15th where it is much more centralized. It's much more controlled. The universe, we're not this ephemeral being of, snow and of wind that's just like, okay, anything's possible. I can go anywhere. I can do anything. No, this time is going to be a little bit more structured, which unlike certain signs, we don't have that much of a problem with. But we can be wondering, will it ever grow? Will it ever expand? Will it ever become more than this? And the answer is yes, but just not right now. With work, we have taken on too much. There's going to be something here where we start to say, you know what? No. And no is not a bad thing to say. It's a powerful thing to be able to say. With the 10 of Wands reverse, we're releasing a lot of things that have weighed us down and made it so, I always love it with the 10 of Wands. It's always like you can only see the dirt on your shoes. That's it. That's all the view that you have. The dirt, the mud, what you're trudging along. And you can't look up. You can't see the expanse of the sky. You can't see anything more. And here, you're having that fall away. It isn't just about drudgery anymore. Or it isn't, I'm being weighed down with everything I should be doing, I could be doing, I, need to be doing this way or that way. It's like, okay, I'm releasing, and you could be becoming a really great delegator. That's also why people won't be seeing you as a student, okay? Because you can delegate, you can be like, well, this needs to be done, and that needs to be done, and this needs to be looked at. So just know that that's going to be very empowering for you. With the 10 of Wands also, you're releasing burdens from yourself. Don't say during this time, oh, don't worry, I can do it. I don't worry, I can do it all the time. Say it with a few things. Yeah, sure. But don't say it with everything, because that's going to be your instinct. It's like, okay, well, I can do this. I can get this done. I can do this. I can do that. And then all of a sudden you've piled so much on yourself that, first of all, you're having no fun and you're resentful and it's overwhelming. And then you'll get none of it done. So just be aware of this. With the Page of Wands reversed also, you can be dealing with a lot of immature people. Okay. And this would be especially at work. I know we're talking about money and career, but this would be somebody at work where they're just acting like children. They're just acting super immature. And you can actually see that you're having problems with people being able to disseminate information, being able to go back and forth with information. Now, we can have that problem ourselves where it's like, oh, okay, I'm just working so much, or I'm getting so much done that I'm not thinking of talking to my manager or talking to, whomever is the superior. That can be a thing also. So just be mindful about that we also need to make sure our communication is opened. But there are going to be people who really just think they can go rogue. And that's going to be something during this time with the gift from the Ace of Swords, where you're going to have to say, you can't do that. I'm sorry, but you can't. These are the rules. This is what needs to be done. And this is how we need to move forward. We can find that at home too, if we have children or, people that we're taking care of. It's like, you have to talk to me. And that could be conversations that we have, multiple times during this time period. But it is going to be something where we're learning how to really cut through a lot of things that we don't like talking about, or a lot of things that have made us feel insignificant. And we cut through and we say, this is where I need to be. This is what I want. This is what I desire. And we make it happen. I mean, this is going to be a time period of you make it happen, because you're so real and you're so present and you're just a force, Taurus, to begin with. So this is a really good time for you. You might think, oh no, it's not. It really is. It really is. Okay. So let's see what Spirit has to say for us to be mindful of. Right now, again, Spirit's like, don't take on too much. Right now, one task at a time. And that's not going to be what we want to hear. We kind of want to take on a lot of different things. That's going to be something that's detrimental to us, because we're going to drop the ball, or somebody's going to drop the ball, and it winds up being our fault. And that's not cool. That's not fair. But that's the way Spirit really shows it right now. So just be mindful about that and let yourself relax. You need to do what you can do. And then you need to move forward. So it sounds really simple. It can sound like a poster, right, that you would hang up when you're a teenager on your wall. But do what you can do and then move on. People are going to try and pressure you and bully you, especially with money. It's like, well, you could earn more this way, or you could have this, or you could have that, or this was your responsibility. You're costing us this much money. It's like, I'm doing what I can do. I'm balancing what I can balance. And that's what I'm bringing to the table. Because if you put too much on your shoulders, it's all just going to fall apart and nothing's going to get done. And you really don't want that. I mean, that's something that you'll be unforgiving to yourself during this time if you feel that you're dropping the ball, because you expect a lot from yourself, and that's just going to be it. Taurus. Our subconscious spirit message is Earth. We're Earth sign energy. We have to kind of lean into what we are. People might want somebody more fun, more creative, and I'm not saying that we're not fun, okay? Let's just preference that. But it's kind of like, oh, but this person does it, there's somebody around you who they're going to say, but this person is more fun. And I don't know why they're saying that. I do actually know why they're saying that. They're saying that because you make them work harder. Okay? You make them work harder. You make them be disciplined. And it's like, it's not fun. Especially for one person, they're really going to kind of bark against this and want to be kind of that wild fox that just runs and plays and has a bunch of fun. And that's like, that's great, but I'm not paying you to do that. And there's a real sense of putting down your foot. Now, for some of us, Taurians, we're going to put down the foot with ourselves. And we're going to be really leaning into our Earth sign energy, no matter how strong any other energy is in our chart. It's like, okay, I'm moving my Earth sign energy. I'm focused in my Earth sign energy. I'm going after my Earth sign energy. And that's going to be a very powerful thing for us. Embracing that and not letting other people guilt you is, again, going to be important. Our subconscious Spirit message is the Lovers. Now, this is our tarot message, but from Spirit, our subconscious message. This is Gemini energy, strong Gemini energy too. So if you're born on the cusp with Gemini, or you have strong Gemini in your chart or Gemini in your chart, it comes through very strongly during this time. There's also a real sense subconsciously you're doing what you love. It doesn't matter that you're not taking over the world. It doesn't matter, that you've had to rearrange certain dreams or certain ideas or certain ideals. It's like you're doing what you love. And lean into that. This is a real time to let your passion, let your love, let the duality of your personality also here at Taurus really shine through. It's not all going to be one thing. There's a complexity to you and a brilliance to you and a sensuality and an admiration of quality and brilliance and beauty, the time and the effort spent. So here with the Lovers, it's like subconsciously let what you love, let what makes your heart sing, let that also inspire you. We can get really caught up with the amount of work, the amount of time, the amount of effort, and that's fantastic. But here, it's like, don't forget your passion and don't forget that your angels are actually guiding you too during this time. Don't forget to step back, take a nice deep breath in, relax, and listen, because your angels are guiding you in a very beautiful and very real way. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have an absolutely fabulous beginning of June. God bless. Bye.